of an exobiologist in space. From Aleoida Arcus to the Tubus Rosarium I trace. I study life forms for in every genus, every place. With expertise in Bacterium and Cactoida, I make my case. I know the Aleoida types from Coronamus to Spica. Laminiae and Gravis I could lecture all week. The Bacterium varieties like Osseus and Nebulus, from Scopulum to Aces, I name them all quite fabulous. I'm very well acquainted with the Fumerola extremis, Fumerola nitris, and Aquates, they're seamless. Fonticulua species such as Segmentatus campestris, Upupam lapida fluctus, and Digitos, none can best this. I am the very model of an exobiologist in space. From Aleoida Arcus to the Tubus Rosarium I trace. I study life forms for in every genus, every place. With expertise in Bacterium and Cactoida, I make my case. Electricate pluma and the radial electricate. With Fumerola carbosis, they complete my display. Fungoida, setisis, and stabitis I've observed. Bullerum and Galata, their mysteries preserved. The Osseous varieties are found in every cosmic nook. From Fractus, Discus, Spiralis, they populate my book. Pumice and Cornibus, Palobantus I disclose. Their structures and behaviors, every detail I propose. I am the very model of an exobiologist in space. From Aleoida Arcus to the Tubus Rosarium I trace. I study life forms for in every genus, every place. With expertise in Bacterium and Cactoida, I make my case. For Texas species, I have studied all their kinds. Flabellamachus metallicum, I've catalogued my finds. Flanicis and Fera, Sponsicolum too. Their habitats and features I bring to light for you. The two subtypes I chronicle, from Panada to Ventusa, Ignis, Cultro, Catina, Albata, their forms I do peruse. Panatis, Serrati, Propagito, Divisa, Capitus and Triticum, I capture their charisma. I am the very model of an exobiologist in space. From Aleoida Arcus to the Tubus Rosarium I trace. I study life forms for in every genus, every place. With expertise in Bacterium and Cactoida, I make my case. My knowledge of Recepta, from Umbrux to Conditivus, and stratum types like Exudatus, is both wide and inclusive. Aroniamus, Limaxus, Cucumicis, and Frigus, each fascinating species, my research quite prodigious. The Tubus types I document, from Conifer to Rosarium, Sororibus and Cavus, Compagibus Icarium, Frutex Afflamicis, Frutex Esponsae I've discerned, and Stratum Tectonicus, their secrets I have learned. I am the very model of an exobiologist in space. From Aleoida Arcus to the Tubus Rosarium I trace. I study life forms for in every genus, every place. With expertise in Bacterium and Cactoida, I make my case. The Clypeus types, from Lacrymanda speculumi, Margaritis shines brightly, a spectacle to see. Their forms like precious jewels, in the cosmic sea they thrive. From Lacrymanda speculumi, their wonders come alive. And concha forms are varied, from Renibus to Aureolus, Labiata and Biconcavis, in every niche they show us. From rugged worlds to lush terrains, they find their special place. These Clypeus and Concha forms, they truly do amaze. I am the very model of an exobiologist in space. From Aleoida Arcus to the Tubus Rosarium I trace. I study life forms for in every genus, every place. With expertise in Bacterium and Cactoida, I make my case. So when you seek discoveries on planets far and wide, remember my taxonomy, in me you can confide. From fungi to bacteria, my knowledge has no end. I am the the very model of a modern exobiology friend. With every classification, from the smallest to the grand, I chart the cosmic life forms across the stellar sand. In the vastness of the galaxy, my research is ace. I am the very model of an exobiologist in space.